At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. And that old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
Frank, when you think Fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sunkissed Orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Slade's the place for you!
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present the state softball tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's hometown pride, it's hopes and dreams, it's our future leaders. It's a reason to do more and be more. And it's that farm-strong spirit that can only be found in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes and coaches on an outstanding softball season. And remember, today's successes are just the beginning of tomorrow's achievements.
And welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament. Blake Walker, Allie Kappert here with you for game number 2 of the day here at the Iowa Central Field here in Fort Dodge, Iowa at the Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. It's the 3 seed, the Muscatine Muskies, taking on the 6 seed, Urbandale Jayhawks. And Allie, Urbandale has not been here since 2017. Muscatine, 3rd straight year here, still fighting for that championship, but Urbandale's a nice Cinderella story here at the state tournament.
Yeah, Urbandale's been a really fun team to watch this year. It's one of those things, they kind of just have the culture of a program that you admire. It seems like they've been doing a lot of fun things at practices. They've been playing really well in games. It's a team that a lot of teams can really look at for a model of what to do right.
Take a look at the road to state for both these two teams to get here. Urbandale stunned, and I mean stunned, the fifth-ranked Johnston Dragons to get here. A .343 team batting average that's tied for fourth in 5A and a .965 fielding percentage fifth in 5A. Tatum Johnson and Bray Tigges are their big leaders. And for Muscatine, defeated Iowa City Liberty to get here. Pretty good on-base percentage, 272 runs scored. That's sixth in 5A. Lucy Hogue is going to be a fun one. And then Skylar Peterson in the circle as well. Muscatine's got weapons.
Muscatine's a team that went 15-3 in conference this year. They are a tough team to beat, and a team, as you mentioned, that is very familiar with the state tournament. Having that on their side is huge today.
We will be right back. We'll get you to your starting lineups. We got a good one coming up. Do not go away. Class 5A quarterfinals. Number 3 Muscatine taking on number 6 Urbandale. We'll be right back with your introductions. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament on the Girls Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Frank, when you think fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sun-kissed orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, President of the Iowa Farm Bureau.
And I'm Erin Gerlich, Executive Director of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. We'd like to thank you for joining us for the Girls State Softball Tournament.
The Iowa Farm Bureau knows that strong, vibrant schools are the cornerstone of our communities. That's why we're proud to be the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and this amazing state tournament. This tournament not only showcases Iowa's elite teams, but the athletes competing here today are among our nation's best and brightest. And Iowa's farmers are among the nation's most productive. Our partnership with the Girls Union gives us the opportunity to recognize both, all while supporting and lifting up the Iowa girl.
With the help of the Iowa Farm Bureau, we celebrate students' efforts not only on the field, but in the classroom as well. The Iowa Farm Bureau is committed to your success and supports our organization and the Iowa Girl. Through millions of dollars they provide in awards, grants, and scholarships that recognize athletic and academic excellence.
As Iowans, we have a lot to be proud of. Whether you're a student competing here today or a fan tuning in, we all play an important role in making our state great. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau
and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union,
congratulations to your school on a terrific season, and good luck in the tournament games.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament. Blake Walker, Allie Kappert with you here this afternoon. We're a little early here. It is only 12:34. We're slated to start at 12:45. The Girls Union likes to keep things on track. We'll take being early over being late. The rest of the tournament filled out a little bit. Valley defeated Prairie, and Ankeny upsets Waukee Northwest. It was an upset, if you will, in terms of the records. Ankeny just one game over 500. Urbandale 22-18 coming into today. Waukee leading over number 2 seed Pleasant Valley. That one is 1-0. PV, a very good team, fell short last year to Ankeny Centennial. I know they're hungry to get it back.
You have to think PV is going to put up more than one run. Great start so far by Waukee, top of the first, getting the bats going, getting a run on the board, but Pleasant Valley is going to score runs. That's no question over there. So that'll be a fun game to kind of follow. But good for Waukee getting a run early on the board.
Another beautiful day here at the state softball tournament. Looking like a good week. Beautiful fields. Muscatine got a new field this year. I believe it's all turf, I'm pretty sure. But Muscatine got a really good upgrade this year. Their facilities, I know they didn't get to play the very beginning of their season but on the field, but they were able to get it going here as the season progressed on. And third straight year that Coach Hopkins has gotten his team here to the state tournament. 183-38 record here currently with the Muskies, so a very, very fun team to watch. Muscatine will be in all white with the purple stripes, and Urbandale will be in that dark blue and red outline. And like we said, the Jayhawks, first time here since 2017, they get kind of, in a way, pushed aside sometimes. Obviously an incredible baseball dynasty a couple years ago that went on for a while, but good to see another good representation out of the CIML.
Yeah, the CIML is a very tough conference to play in. You look at their conference record this year, it does not accurately depict how good of a team they are. Their sub-state final upsetting the fifth-ranked Johnston, as you mentioned, to get here. I mean, just a team with a lot of grit, a lot of fight, almost per se like the game that we just watched with Ankeny, a team that was just locked in and ready to go. You never know with these CIML teams what you're going to see.
Muscatine taking a look at how they fared against CIML opponents. Obviously, they play a lot of Eastern Iowa schools, as expected. They lost to Waukee 2-7. They lost to Southeast Polk 2-5. And they beat Waukee Northwest 4-1. So 1-2 so far, it looks like, if my seeing's correct, against the CIML. And that's one thing a lot of people always talk about is the Eastern Iowa schools. They don't play the Des Moines schools, and some people think it's a different style of ball, so that'll be something to watch for as the day goes on. We will send it up to our PA announcer as we'll get your starting lineups on tap here for for Muscatine and Urbandale.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Rogers Sports Complex and this Class 5A quarterfinal game between the Urbandale Jayhawks and the Muscatine Muskies. The winner of this game will advance to the semifinal round on Wednesday on Channel Team Field at 12:15. Now let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches for the visitors from Urbandale. Number 3, Riley Pruitt. Number 4, Lola Cunningham. Number 5, Haley Pruitt. Number 8, Morgan Berry. Precious Maddie Reed. Number 7, Morgan Berry. Number 10, Aubrey Schumann. Number 14, Marley Schneider. Number 17, Peyton Trainer. Number 20, Jaden Abel. Number 21, Brooklyn Hartman. Number 24, Katie Upple. The assistant coaches, Emily Reinhoff, Allison Yoder, Ellen Gallagher, and Ty Jarrett. Now let's pick the starters for the Jayhawks. Way out, the senior play left field, number 1, Avery McKinney. Batting second, the junior play center field, number 2, Sarah Webster. Batting third, the senior first baseman, number 9, Bella Overbuckling. Batting fourth, come up for the catcher, number 26, Tatum Johnson. Batting fifth, the senior, the shortstop, number 25, Bree Chicken. Senior, our right fielder, number 12, Kira Kane. Batting seventh, the senior, the third baseman, number 23, Alexa Richmond. Batting eighth, the senior, the DP, number 29, Arabella Page. Batting ninth, the sophomore playing second base, number 15, Ella Schott. And the flex player this afternoon, the sophomore, the pitcher, number 10, Aubrey Schumann. Head coach for the Jayhawks is Amber Coleman. Now let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches for the Muskies. Number 3, Cheyenne Mosier. Number 5, Sadie Manjoy. Number 6, Haley Grosvenor. Number 7, Bella Stack. Number 10, Keegan Schutte. And number 29, Bella Jones. Your assistant coach for the Muskies, Bob Gaunt and Jennifer Haig. Now let's get the starters for Muscatine. Leading up, a sophomore playing right field, number 11, Mia Molina. Batting second, a junior playing center field, number 1, Caitlin Haig. Batting third, a senior, the shortstop, number 14, Isabel Lerma. Batting fourth, a senior, the third baseman, number 16, Lucy Hoig. Batting fifth, a sophomore, the pitcher, number 21, Skylar Peterson. Batting sixth, a junior, the first baseman, number 24, Elsie Lewis. Batting seventh, a senior, the catcher, number 4, Aubrey Bender. Batting eighth, a sophomore, the DP, number 8, Savannah Gutierrez. Batting ninth, a sophomore, the left fielder, number 2, Lily Gray. And the flex player this afternoon, a junior, playing second base, number 12, Jenny Jarrett. Head coach for the Muscatine Muskies is Steve Hopkins. Ladies and gentlemen, our umpires for this afternoon's game. At first base, Brian Pierce. At third base, Daryl Erickson. And calling the balls and strikes is Jerry Bohe. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for state tournament softball.
You are watching the 2024 Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau as sole title sponsor of the IGHSAU. The Iowa Farm Bureau believes in the Iowa girl and cultivating individuals with great character, a strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills. By investing in Iowa's youth, we're investing in Iowa's future. Blake Walker, Allie Kappert with you here today. Muscatine, the 3 seed, and Urbandale, the 6 seed. Two unfamiliar foes. They don't really face each other a lot, obviously being out east and here in the middle part of the state in the metro. We're in for a good one here today.
I'm excited for this game. This truly is two teams that, overall just very well-rounded. I think it's going to be a very even matchup, to be honest, between the two.
Muscatine starting on the pitching side today as the home team, and it's Skylar Peterson, the sophomore, who is in the circle today. 175 innings pitched this year, a 20-6 record, making her 28th start. She really is the go-to. 180 strikeouts and a 2.56 ERA for the Muskies. She's good, getting better as she continues to grow older, and you couldn't ask for a better one in the circle here for Muscatine.
Just a young sophomore, as you mentioned. She's got pretty good control. She throws the ball hard. As we've seen a couple warm-up pitches, a little bit of an upward spin on the ball will be important for these Urbandale hitters to make sure they don't chase too high.
Urbandale coming in, beat Johnston in that big upset here to get to the state tournament. Muscatine took care of Iowa City Liberty. Muscatine, their last 5 games, defeated Assumption twice, beat number 2 Williamsburg down in 3A, who is a powerhouse, 9-8, beat Mettendorf, and then obviously Liberty. Muscatine averaging 7 runs per game, Urbandale about 6. The Muskies only give up 3. Urbandale gives up 5. 24 homers this year for the Jayhawks, 13 for the Muskies. As we get ready to go here in this Class 5A semifinal, the winner will face the winner of Pleasant Valley and Waukee. Skylar Peterson's first pitch is low and away for ball 1, and we are underway in this Class 5A quarterfinal. This is Avery McKinney, the left fielder, who will step into the box here. A .258 hitter, 31 hits this year, 29 of which are singles. That one is popped high in the air. Catcher will come back to us on the net and just drops out in front of her for a foul ball. You get up close and personal, it's like a 3D movie.
I felt like I probably could have caught that one. McKinney, not a hitter that hits with a ton of power, but she does a nice job just getting herself on base in the leadoff spot. Only 5 strikeouts on the season.
Aubrey Bender is the catcher, who we got to say hello to here just in front of the net. 1 ball and 1 strike here for McKinney. She's walked 21 times this year. Peterson gets her to swing right through it for strike 2. It'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes here for Avery McKinney. So settle back into the box. First hitter here today. No outs and nobody on. Fresh start here. Peterson catches the inside corner for strike 3. And a good start for Skylar Peterson.
McKinney there just taking that inside pitch. Peterson able to just paint the corner. Great start for Skylar Peterson in the circle.
Sarah Webster, third on the team in hits, 45 this year. 369 average here for the junior. She slaps that one right back up the middle to Peterson. Caught by the second baseman, who will then throw on to first for out number 2. Nice heads-up play there by Peterson, able to jump on top. Take a look at the replay.
This is a hard hit ball right off the bat, right up at the middle. She did get her glove on it there, so able to, obviously the pitchers wear the face masks, but able to get that glove in front of her face as well.
Jenny Jarrett was the one who was right there to throw back onto first base, where Elisa Lewis stands. Bella Oberbrockling in the box here for Urbandale. First pitch she sees is a strike, just catching the corner. Oberbrockling, a senior. 51 hits this year. A .405 batting average, 3 homers, 36 RBIs. Fouls that one back into the net. I don't think you flinched. No balls and 2 strikes.
I'm used to it.
Yeah, you'll get it here after a while. We'll get new people coming in here. They'll be, whoa!
Peterson there, nice rise ball to attack Oberbrockling there. This is a big at-bat here for Urbandale. Oberbrockling, huge asset to this offense.
Oberbrockling puts that one down in the dirt. Another foul ball, so no balls and 2 strikes. She'll settle back in. Plenty of stickers on the back of her helmet of achievements. 2 outs, nobody on. 0-2 pitch here by Skylar Peterson, and had to reach out for it in a foul ball.
Peterson gets that upward movement with a rise ball, but also tails just a little bit outside on these right-handed hitters.
Oberbrockling leads the team in triples, 3 this season. Sarah Webster, the only other one with a couple on the team, and that's it. Oberbrockling right back up the middle, scooped up by the shortstop. Throw on to first, what a play! Muscatine gets out of the inning, doesn't give up anything. Nobody gets on base. Nicely done by the Muskies. We'll see in the bottom of the first. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament. Fans, level up your game at Central College. More than half of Central students participate in intercollegiate athletics because Central allows you to pursue your passions and be more than a spectator. It's the best decision ever. Apply today at central.edu. Well, a heck of a play by the shortstop for Muscatine. And a really nice job by the Muskies in general to hold Urbandale off the base pass, and now we get to see some Urbandale defense with the Muscatine offense.
And the top of that first inning was really capped off by that, as you mentioned, just really good play by Isabel Lerma. We'll see her coming up third this inning. The Minnesota State commit is a spark plug for this Muskie team.
Aubrey Schumann, the pitcher here for Urbandale today. 16th start on the season. They really have 3 pitchers they can go to between Barry, Schumann, and Abel. Schumann, 11-3 record, 95 innings pitched, 109 hits given up, 46 strikeouts, and a 3.80 ERA. As Muscatine will send up Mia Molina, the sophomore, to hit first for the Muskies. Schumann's first pitch just misses on the outside corner for ball 1. Molina, a sophomore, played and started in all 38 games now this season. 48 hits, 23 RBIs, a .407 hitter. 1-0 pitch by Schumann, and that one is sent to left field, foul down the left field line.
And both Eastern Iowa teams playing right now, Pleasant Valley and Muscatine, very familiar with putting up a ton of runs
Yes.
per game. As you mentioned, they average 7 runs a game. This offense will put up a lot of runs, historically speaking, throughout the season.
7 in the win against Bettendorf, 5 in the win against Iowa City Liberty to get here to the state tournament. 1-1 pitch, low and away for ball 2. Tatum Johnson behind the dish today for Urbandale at the catcher position. 2 balls and 1 strike here for Mia Moline. No outs and nobody on here, starting things off for the Muskies here in the bottom of the first. Moline goes right back up the middle, and Schumann makes a heck of a grab.
Both pitchers ready to play their position in the top of the first, or in the first inning. Molina there going right back up the middle.
Nicely done. So a ground out for Molina. Take a look at the replay. Just right back up the middle, heads up play. Caitlin Haig will step into the box, the center fielder. Schumann, pitch to her is low. Caitlin, a junior, 35 hits this year, a 276 hitter. You'll be able to see it on the camera when she turns. Schumann has a sunflower in their back of her hair. I assume it's probably fake, but...
Yeah. Very common. University of Florida started that a few years ago, the sunflower as a hair bow. So it's something that a lot of youth softball players have caught on to.
Really nice. 1 ball and 1 strike here up against Haig. 28 RBIs this year for Caitlin. 1-1 pitch, low and away, and it will go 2-1.
And Schumann, as a pitcher for Urbandale, isn't going to throw with a ton of velocity. She's not going to overpower most hitters, but she is really just going to focus on painting the corners and try to beat these hitters with movement.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, and nobody on here for Muscatine. As that one misses high and away outside. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. Patience here at the plate by Caitlin Haig, who has walked 11 times this year already coming into the state tournament. Trying to make it 12 here. Schumann settles back in the circle. 3-1 pitch on the way, and that one is right down the middle. And the count runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes to start the second at-bat of the day.
And Muscatine so far seeing a lot of pitches. Really important for your offense. See as many pitches as you can in this first inning. Take that information back to your dugout to the hitters lower in the count.
3-2 pitch by Schumann. That one sent right back up the middle. Center fielder roaming underneath of it to make the grab for out number 2. That is Sarah Webster out there.
And Caitlin Haig there. Nice hit out to center field.
And Isabel Lerma will step up to bat here. The shortstop made that really nice play there in the top of the first. Lerma, a senior, 402 hitter this year for the Muskies. Trying to get some offense rolling here in the bottom of the first. That one grounded right to the third baseman. It bounces off her forearm and right on for a single, reaching on an error, if you will, for Lerma.
Lerma there attacking the first pitch. She saw all the pitches that Haig took, and she knew exactly what she was looking for and got it, able to pull it down the left-hand side.
Boy, Alexa Richmond it caught the forearm. It just took a tough bounce on the dirt. Hit her forearm and just got away, and Lerma able to reach. Lucy Hoig up to bat. She gives this thing a ride to right field. Right fielder roaming underneath of it and makes the grab just up against the tarp for out number 3. Nicely done by Kira Kane over there in right field. We will take a break, and we'll be back for the second inning. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament.
Frank, when you think fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sun-kissed orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Back here in Fort Dodge at the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament, Urbandale and Muscatine, the 6 and 3 seed, going at it. Tatum Johnson, the sophomore, a .477 hitter. In the box here for Urbandale to start off inning number 2. She'll swing through that pitch by Skylar Peterson for strike 1.
One of the things I love most in softball is when you see a catcher who can also hit. That's a pretty impressive feat. So she does it both sides of the plate for Urbandale.
10 home runs, leads the team. Tatum does. That one's in there for strike 2.
And Peterson just working ahead on these Urbandale hitters right now, getting the count she wants and taking advantage of them.
52 hits leads the team, 45 RBIs leads the team, and then the home runs. 0-2 pitch. Fouls this one right back.
That one got us.
It did. I didn't want to say anything, but it got me. Well, and when we got these like 2 little holes kind of in the net, luckily, I mean, it'd have to die off pretty quick to hit us, but you just never know. Tatum Johnson will set back in. Just a sophomore. She's putting up the numbers that she is. That one catches the inside corner for Skylar Peterson, and that's a strikeout.
And that one there, Peterson going a ball off the plate inside, gets the call. Catches Johnson off guard.
Just like that, second strikeout of the day already for Skylar Peterson. Bree Tigas, the senior, in the box here. She'll foul chop that one back to the dugout. Bree is a .410 hitter. I mean, a lot of Urbandale's hitters, close 300 to 400 hitters. I mean, you're going to find girls that like to get on base here.
Yeah, they're swinging the bat. I mean, there's no doubt about that. They're going to go after some pitches, and they're going to take their strikeouts, and that's fine, but just stay aggressive at the plate.
50 hits, and that one, make it 51, right back up the middle, and Bree Tigas is on with a single. So 51 hits on the year, 37 RBIs.
And already 3 times this game between both teams, we've seen shots right back at the pitcher. That's a sign these hitters have it timed up. That's rare to see just in the top of the second inning how timed up they already are off this pitching.
Kira Kane, after making that great grab out in right field, will now step up to bat with a runner on first and 1 out. Tigas will not go. She'll hold back as that one's outside for 1 ball and no strikes. Kane, a senior, a .402 hitter, 19 RBIs this year, 47 hits. Trying to push a teammate along the base paths here. 1-0 pitch to her. Peterson gets in there. 1 ball and 1 strike. Top of the second inning here. Jayhawks trying to jump out to an early start here. We had a pitcher's duel in our first game of the day. That one's grounded right to the second baseman. On to second in time for 1. Can't get the runner back at first, though. Or no, they did not get the runner at second. Was she off the base?
Must have been off the base as a shortstop there. You're trying to make the roll up the middle. Looks like she possibly did not have the ball in her glove when her foot was on the base. We'll see a replay here.
There it is to the second
Very
baseman.
well played by the second baseman.
My guess, she came off the bag trying to get to first base to make the double play. So, boy, a costly error there by Muscatine, and now 2 on with 1 out. This one's lined back up the middle by Alexa Richmond, and that one can't be caught. Gets past the second baseman. Throw to third in time. What a throw out there in right field by Muscatine.
Wow. I really thought Muscatine there was going to try and get the out at second rather than the out at third. Look at where this ball drops. You have second base right in front of you. She says, no, I'm going to third, and you'd like to see your runner get down there.
Caitlin Haig throws a missile to third base. This is Bella Page, Arabella Page, the designated player in the box here. I mean, that was a throw.
Yeah, that was.
I thought it was going to be safe, but Page now behind 1-0 in the count. She'll swing through and miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Page, 29th start this season, 17 hits, 1 home run, 6 RBIs, a .224 hitter. With a runner on first and second, that one misses inside, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Urbandale does not seem shy on the base pass to possibly go running. Page possibly looking at bunt here. She'll pull back, 2-1 pitch. In there, strike 2. So, I mean, despite the error, you still catch the lead runner, which was huge for Muscatine, and now a chance to get out of the inning here with 2 left on base. Peterson settles back in, 2-2 pitch, popped up and foul back behind.
And that one there, Peterson aiming for the outside corner, misses a little bit up and in. Page ready for it.
And, you know, you talk about the backstop here. This has got to be one of the shorter backstops that these teams will see all season long.
Yeah, and it's padded down below. So that's very interesting for pass balls, things like that. Hit it off a padded wall.
That one is crushed to right field in the gap. Might go to the wall. 1 run is in. They hold the runner at third. Nope, now we got a runoff. Play at home is not going to be in time.
Nope. She's going to touch home plate. She's actually going to be safe.
Was the runner in the, or was she in the base path blocking it? That's what it was.
That is going to be an obstruction on the catcher. You cannot be in the baseline if you do not have the ball. So that is the call at the plate. It is actually the correct call. If we could possibly get a replay of that, they're going to talk this over. But absolute blasted off of the bat of Page. You'll see this ball going out to right center. Peterson plays it well. Unfortunately, can't see the catcher too well there. You cannot be camping out in the baseline if you do not have the ball. As soon as you have the ball, you're able to make the tag. But you have to leave a clear pathway for the base runner, so that run will count.
A huge heads-up play by Kira Kane. She was screaming at her teammate, touch the base, because she knew. She was in the base pass.
Yep.
So Ella Schott now up to bat. She'll swing through and miss for strike 1. Riley Pruitt is on first base here running for Urbandale. And the Jayhawks lead 2-0. Shot. That one goes right down the middle, and it's strike 2 for the second baseman.
Really a controversial rule, that is the obstruction call on the catcher. At the end of the day, it's for the catcher's safety. Just making sure that there's less collisions at the plate.
0-2. That one's fouled into the crowd. 272 hitter, Ella Schott is. Second baseman will settle back in here. Tough break for the Muskies. Couple mistakes here. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. That one upstairs. Good stop by the catcher here, Bender. Shot will step back in, the 9-hitter. Pitch on the way by Peterson. That one is popped up. Second baseman underneath of it. And the catch is made for out number 3. But a wild second inning as Urbandale puts up 2, and it's 2-0. They lead over Muscatine. We'll see you on the bottom of the second. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
The place for you.
Back here in Fort Dodge for the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament. Blake Walker, Alan Cappert with you here this afternoon. The pitcher, Skylar Peterson, will step up into the box here at the bottom of the second. Muskies trailing the Jayhawks. 2-0 is your score. An error apiece for both teams. I think both teams kind of just want to settle in here a little bit.
Both teams needing to settle in a little bit, and as we mentioned the first inning, both these teams are going to score some runs. So I think we'd be silly to think that those 2 runs are going to be the only runs of this game. So a lot left to go.
That one right back up the middle, caught by the second baseman. That's a tough throw, gets away from the first baseman, and Skylar Peterson will take off and slide into second base easily. And another error on Urbandale. That will be error number 2 on the Jayhawks. And the fact it was stretched into a double really helps out as the Muskies will run out. Tegan Schulte.
That ball was played well by Schott up the middle at second base. I mean, that's a tough play to make. You're going up the middle. Tough throw, but need to get it, even if it's low, get it towards your first baseman so she can at least knock it down.
Right. Elsie Lewis, 406 hitter, will step up to bat with a runner in scoring position here and nobody out. And Schumann's first pitch is down the middle for strike 1. Think it's a safe time to maybe try to steal a bag, or do you kind of play safe?
No, I think you play it safe here. You have no outs. You're kind of in the heart of your lineup. You play it out, possibly play some small ball. Really, you're just looking for a ball to the right side here.
Schumann's 0-1 pitch misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike here.
I think if you have the lead by a couple runs, you play it a little more aggressive, but when you're down 2, your runners are so valuable.
1 ball and 1 strike to Lewis. 39 hits this year for Elsie. 25 RBIs. That one's a grounder right to the first baseman.
Perfect.
Yep, and that's exactly what Urbandale needed to at least get 1 out on the board and keep the runner from going off.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need out of your hitter in that situation. Get a ground ball to the right side. You advance your runner over to third. Plenty of ball game left to play. You don't have to put up both runs this inning. Even if you get that 1 in, cut the lead down to 1.
Aubrey Bender, the senior, 25 hits this year for her. With a runner on third, a chance to get the game within 1 and or could tie it. We were in a pitcher's duel in the first game of the day, and we're looking like we're going to see some points here. And you talked about it. Obviously, both teams like to put up runs, Muscatine especially. 1-0 is foul down the right field line.
Both style games, fun to watch.
Yeah,
so
it is. I enjoy a good pitcher.
When you're announcing, if you can have one of each.
So that last game was very good.
It was intense.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. In the bottom of the second inning here, Schumann trying to settle back in here in the circle. That one misses just outside. Aubrey Bender staying patient here at the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike for Bender. 1 home run this year for the senior. She's walked 11 times, struck out 16. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch on the way by Schumann. That one is skied to right field. Boy, that might get over the head. And it's gone. Homer number 2 on the season. And just like that, Muscatine has tied it at 2.
What a time for your second home run of the season. Aubrey Bender takes that thing opposite field over the right field wall.
I tell you, that thing did not look like it was going to go off the bat.
I mean, it had just some great sail to it, honestly. Yeah. She squared it up right in the middle, and the ball just carried.
And there really isn't much wind, so really nicely done by Aubrey Bender, the catcher. And I thought they would have a good shot. I mean, I thought Kane was going back, and the way she played it, I was like, well, it might go over her head, but I mean, it cleared the fence by about, I'd say probably 5 or 6 feet, right up there against the line. So
great hit by Bender.
Tied at 2, just like that. Savannah Gutierrez, the designated player, will step up and bat for the Muskies. Savannah, a sophomore, 326 hitter, 29 hits, 28 of which are singles. Nice stop by the catcher outside for 1 ball and 1 strike.
As a pitcher right now, you have 1 out in the inning. Really, it's going to be how you bounce back after that home run. Best thing about a home run, now the bases are clear. You don't have a base runner to worry about. Just attack at the hitter and throw strikes.
That was Muscatine's first hit of the day. 1-1. Chopped. Caught on the backhand. Throw on to first in time for out number 2.
Great play there by Alexa Richmond at third base. Play that low and through the line to get a solid plant foot to make the throw.
Take a look at this replay. Check out the backhand by Richmond here. Nicely done.
That's a tough play to make. She made it look easy.
And you got to be quick. I mean, these base paths aren't as long as when you watch baseball or anything else. I mean, it's short. Not a lot of room for error. Lily Gray, the left fielder, into bat now for Muscatine. Another sophomore, 322 hitter. Lily, watch that one go by. 1 ball and no strikes here. 2 outs and nobody on for Muscatine. She's thinking bunt, pulls back in there for strike 1.
Lily, the slapper, really going to be a triple threat. She does have 2 doubles and a triple on the season, so can hit with some power. They're showing bunch, so she's going to make this defense play pretty true.
Slap hitter going for a triple.
I love it.
Man.
One of my teammates in college slapped one over the fence, so.
Schumann drops that one in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Trying to get out of this inning here. Muscatine has responded well. Lily Gray back into the box. 10 RBIs this year. The 1-2 pitch by Schumann. Too high, and the count runs even at 2-2. It's a partly cloudy day here at Fort Dodge.
About as perfect as it gets for state softball. Got a tiny bit of a breeze now.
Got a little bit of darker clouds above. Exactly what you want. 2-2, slapped up. This is going to be a tough play, and it bounces foul.
Great
that thing
decision.
had way too much of a backspin on it.
That's the time as a coach you're screaming, let it go foul.
Well, and Tatum knew it too. The Tatum Johnson, the catcher, he said, we got to let this thing go. It had a really good backspin on it. Every golfer's dream to have that type of backspin, and it'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes here for Lily Gray. Schumann trying to get out of the inning here. An even count to her. That one lined right back up the middle. Going to be a tough play on the hop. Lily Gray's too fast on there for a single.
And Lily Gray there perfectly placed, just that soft slap right above the pitcher's head. So, I mean, Schumann didn't have a play on it. And if you're going to get the out, you have to play that cleanly.
Ella shot, just bobbled it. And I mean, just bobbled it on the ground, and Ella couldn't get there in time.
This Urbandale defense so far is maybe showing a little bit of nerves. To be expected, first game in the state tournament here.
7 years.
Yeah, so just need to calm it down a little bit, especially on the infield, get those routine plays made.
3rd straight trip here for Muscatine. They've brought great teams every single year, just can't quite seem to pull it off, but they feel like this year could be the year if everything kind of falls into place. We're back to the top of the batting order. Mia Molina, the right fielder, she grounded out her first time out today. She'll have a runner on first here. 1-0 pitch to her. That one slapped to left field and fouled down the left field line.
Molina just behind that one. Very good swing, though, by Molina.
Settles back in. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Lily Gray up on second. Schumann's 1-1 pitch. Just catches the zone, strike 2.
And Schumann there, the effective off-speed pitch. Great time to use it. You're even in the count. Get yourself ahead.
Urbandale looking to get out of the inning here after Muscatine's able to tie it up here in the bottom of the second. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch by Schumann. Slap foul down the left field line up against the net. A couple longer at-bats here. don't want to hit the dugout area of Muscatine. They got plenty of stuffed animals. I see a toucan, I see a bear, I see a leprechaun. They got fun decorations on their side of the dugout.
Whatever brings luck, you know, whether it's a stuffed animal. First game, it was cowboy hats.
Yeah. Out and away. Another long at-bat here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And it can be frustrating for a pitcher. I mean, you know, pitch count really isn't much of a thing in softball, but fatigue is a thing.
Definitely.
So the count's even at 2-2, 2 outs. Schumann, that one slapped to left field. That's going to get down for a hit. And now Muscatine's starting to put together a couple good at-bats here. Back-to-back singles. That time Mia Moline gets on base. And Caitlin Haig up to bat now.
Molina, the left-handed hitter, consistently on that bat, went left side with her foul balls, and then eventually able to get it just in time, driving it out into left field. And Urbandale's seen a little bit of action in their bullpen there. They are a team that pitches by committee, so it's really one of those things. They've used several different pitchers throughout the year.
They started warming up Morgan Berry, and then I think Lola Cunningham as well. That one's upstairs for ball 1. Schumann. A couple of the numbers are off on Urbandale's roster, so we'll just have to keep up with it. The wind has picked up here. We must have a little bit of a system rolling in, but it's blowing infield or in toward home plate, so.
They did say chance of spotty showers today and tomorrow, so hopefully it doesn't affect too much of game times.
1-0, low. The runners will stay at first and second. Is that just kind of eye candy, do you think, with 2 outs? Is Muscatine just trying to bait possibly an error?
Yeah, I mean, I love it there. Just get a little bit of movement, see if you can't move your runners, advance the runners, especially now you're in a tie ball game situation. Have fun with it. Definitely have some speed on the bases as well and at the plate.
Caitlin Haig in the box, 2-0 pitch to her. That was right down Main Street. Good pitch by Schumann. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. That was a pitch to hit for Caitlin Haig. She'll take it. 2 balls and 1 strike here. Staying patient with runners on first and second, but still 2 outs. Schumann just misses, and it's 3-1.
And Schumann behind in the count now, needs to find a way, get that second strike. Even better, induce a ground ball, let your infield work.
3-1, 1 pitch away from a walk. Be the first walk of the game here. Caitlin Haig in the box. Schumann's 3-1 pitch to her is low. Did not catch the zone, and bases will go loaded here in the bottom of the second as Isabel Lerma, the shortstop, will step up to bat, and time is called in the middle.
And if you remember, Lerma in her first at-bat had that hard hit ball right at the third baseman, so it was counted in an error, but she did square it up pretty nice. So the number 3 hitter here, huge opportunity. 7 home runs on the season.
Has 7 home runs, 24 RBIs. So trying to get up there, that's for sure. And big opportunity here for the Muskies, who, you know, got down 2-0. It clearly didn't phase them.
Yeah.
I mean, it was only the second inning, granted, but did not phase them getting down early. And
I don't think runs are going to phase either of these teams. No. I really don't.
No balls, no strikes. Getting ready to go here for Lerma. With 2 outs and the bases juiced, Lerma gives it a ride to right field. That will go foul, so she's not afraid to swing the bat.
And Schumann attacked there middle with that pitch. Lerma, I bet, is wanting that one back. That is a pitch that she can do a lot with.
No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Just the bottom of the second, still tied at 2. Would be huge for Urbandale to get out of here, still at a tie. Schumann, 0-1 pitch. Got it, strike 2.
Schumann now ahead, 0-2.
First time in a while she's been
that's huge. Now able to take control, throw what she wants, go to your dominant pitch here.
No balls, 2 strikes and 2 outs. Bases loaded. Big pitch here for Schumann. Lerma is the one hitting. 0-2 pitch to her. Lerma gives it a ride to right field. Right fielder can't make the grab. It bounces off her glove. 2 runs are in. Here comes a third. It will be a triple for Isabel Lerma.
That right there turns into a 3-run error in right field.
Third error of the day in just 2 innings for Urbandale. Take a look at the replay. Kira Kane just off her glove, just tried to reach out for it, couldn't quite get there, and Muscatine was almost running over top of each other getting home, but just like that, Lucy Hogue up to bat. She popped out in the first. Hogue sends that one to right, and Kane makes the grab to eliminate any more damage. So 1 left on, but 5 score a home run and more for the Muskies as we go to the third. Muscatine leads 5-2. We'll be back. You're watching Iowa Girls State Softball.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe it. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion. Because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
Blake Walker, Allie Kappert back with you here at the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament. That's quite the box score for just 2 innings down. Muscatine 5, Urbandale 2. 3 hits for the Muskies, 2 for Urbandale, but 3 errors already for the Jayhawks. Been costly so far.
Those errors have been critical, unfortunately, for Urbandale so far. And it's one of those things, both these teams are going to score runs. I have a feeling it's going to be a very high-scoring game. Both these teams are very capable of putting the bat on the ball.
Skylar Peterson still in the circle here. This is Avery McKinney. She struck out her first time up today. So top of the batting order here for the Jayhawks here in just the 3rd inning. Trying to get some runs back. 1-0 pitch. Misses, make it 2-0.
McKinney here looking for a little bit of redemption for herself this at-bat.
2 balls, no strikes by Peterson. Just can't quite find the zone. It's 3-0. In the makings of a longer one going here. Both these teams just trying to continue rolling on the offensive side. McKinney thought bunt, pulls back. It's 3-1. As that one goes down the middle for strike 1. We did check. Small cell of rain to the south of us. Shouldn't worry about that one. Looks like we're going to be good, but we'll take the clouds. And Avery McKinney will take the walk as she heads on to first base. First walk of the day for the Urbandale.
And I'll tell you this, in the game of softball, leadoff walks are dangerous.
Yeah.
Softball, baseball, if you're a little bit superstitious, you know that leadoff walk is a dangerous thing.
Sarah Webster now to bat here. She lays down the bunt.
Nice bunt.
Third baseman picks it up, throws to first. Does get there in time. Great play by Lucy Hogue.
And it goes down as a sacrifice, to be honest. I think she was really trying to bunt for a base hit there. But very good bunt, almost had it. Ideally, you're looking that runner on base, but does the job, moves a runner over to second.
Bella Oberbrockling, the first baseman, now into the box. She grounded out her first time up this afternoon. First pitch she sees is fouled back. I will say, I would love to see the top of the bleachers here, because there just has to be dents. I mean, it's just dent. It's insane how many hits it takes. Nobody on and 1 out. Peterson's 0-1 pitch. Just catches the zone, strike 2.
Paints the inside corner there. Did Peterson, nice pitch.
So a big opportunity here for Skylar Peterson to go for her third strikeout of the ball game. Bella Oberbrockling swings through and misses, and that is her third strikeout of the ball game for Skylar Peterson.
And that right there is a critical out. Your number 3 hitter in the order. You keep the runner at second base. Now up Tatum Johnson, who struck out in the first inning. Or second inning.
She's their power hitter. I mean, this is who you want up to bat if you're Urbandale. They're trying to close in the score a little bit. Muscatine hitters are very far back up against the fence line. Our depth perception's a little bit harder here. That's why home runs are so hard to tell. Like, you just never know. But Tatum watched that one go by for a ball. 1-0 is
give and take. We have great angle.
Great view of the pitching.
Yeah.
Hitting. We'll take a guess. 1-0 is upstairs 2-0. That's why on some home runs we sound so surprised because they're like, dang, didn't know it would go over. Sometimes you can tell off the bat, but that home run earlier for Bender, I mean, truly off the bat, looked like it could have easily been a double against the fence. Peterson is low, and it's 3-0. Aubrey Bender, speaking of Bender, speaking back to our pitcher here, trying to get her sorted out here. Well, she's already walked one this half inning. Try not to walk another. We'll see if Tatum has the green light. 3-0 pitch. It was the pitch to take. Right down the middle, though, for a strike, and it's 3-1.
And Tatum Johnson here definitely able to get this game back within reach with the swing of a bat.
Coach Salman on third base, giving signals if needed. 3-1 pitch, outside, and a walk for Tatum Johnson. We'll put runners at first and second, and Bree Tigas, who singled her last time up, now up to bat for the Jayhawks.
This part of the Jayhawk lineup coming up is the part of the order that had the rally going in the second inning. See if they can do it again.
Plenty of stickers on Tigas' helmet as we'll have a runner go out for Urbandale. That is number 14, I believe. Marley Schneider. So, in a way, it's a substitution. All substitutions / pitching changes in today's game are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. Bree Tigas, the shortstop, with runners on first and second and 2 outs. And she gets hit. And boy, that's a tough spot to get hit.
But that is the correct call. It's always close with the ball coming up at him. Is it going to get the knob of the bat and be a foul ball, or is it going to get the hand and wrist area? Unfortunately for Tigas, that went right
on knuckles.
Right at the hand and wrist area. That hurts.
She's going to take a walk down the first base line. She doesn't wear batting gloves, so that caught her right on the knuckles, and they'll check on her just a quick second. Yeah, those got to hurt.
And the scary thing for Urbandale right now is a shortstop.
Yeah, that is
senior
true.
Leader in the infield. That's not someone you want to come out of the game. But
you're going to have a runner come in.
With Iowa High School softball, though, she can resub back in. So go in, get her looked at, hopefully able to come back out at shortstop and be good to go defensively.
IMT Insurance pinch runner, Haley Crowdis. Again, you'll hope for the best on the shortstop side there, because I believe she is right-handed, so that's her throwing hand.
Yep.
Kira Kane, the right fielder, reached on an error last time. The bases are juiced for her. Peterson, first pitch fouled into the net back behind us. I'm sure, after the error in right field, Kira would love nothing more than to get a couple runs back for the Jayhawks.
Right. Talk about a redemption opportunity. Now you're up with the bases loaded. Just put the ball in play.
Kane gives it a ride left field, shallow, and fouled. Quickly now behind.
Right now she's coming off of it just a little bit. Kind of common thing for left-handed hitters to want to start to run to first base prior to finishing your swing. Need to get that swing finished.
Shows bunt, pulls back. 0-2 pitch by Peterson. Popped up, fouled. That one almost jammed her. Almost caught her in the hand. But Kane is all for swinging here to start this one. 0-2 with the bases loaded. Alexa Richmond is on deck. Peterson trying to get out of the inning. 0-2 pitch, fouled again. It's be big for Skylar if she can get out.
Kane here continuing just to foul off several pitches.
Kira not going to go away. Right fielder sets back in. No balls and 2 strikes. Pitch by Peterson. Grounded. Gets past the second baseman. 1 run is in. Play at the plate's not going to be in time. 2 are in. Where does Urbandale want to go? The first baseman will stay at first base. And just like that, the Jayhawks get 2 back on a single by Kira Kane.
And that is what you call redemption right there. She comes up herself with the bases loaded, able to get 2 RBIs on the single out to right field. Great piece of hitting here for Kira Kane. You'll see the left-handed hitter gets that ball out front right in that 3-4 hole.
Just barely got away. They almost got Kane back at first. She didn't really know what she wanted to do.
And once again, we have ourselves a ball game.
Coach Sullivan, she took a huge breath after that. She's like, okay, we didn't get any extra outs. Alexa Richmond, the third baseman, steps in. And Peterson throws a strike. Runners at the corners here. Again, just top of the 3rd inning, and it's already 5-4, so we're swinging early here in this one. Just 3 hits for both teams, too. 0-1 pitch. Boy, she wanted bunt. And goes low, though, and it's 0-2. Do you like the bunt in that situation?
I do, yeah. I mean, you have a rally going. Obviously caught the defense very off guard. So, I mean, I like the movement on it. It's always a bold move with 2 outs because at the end of the day, all you have to do is get the out at 1. Don't worry about your runners, but definitely is something that's going to catch your defense off guard. But now, Peterson way ahead in the count, 0-2.
2 outs, runners at the corners. Time is called for Alexa Richmond. Richmond, 19 RBIs this year, played and started in all 40 games this year. That one catches the inside corner. Strike 3, and Skylar Peterson gets him out of the inning. Still holding the lead, but I hope you like scoring because it's 5-4. Muscatine leads. 2 left on base. We'll be back. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament. Blake Walker, Allie Capper with you here this afternoon, and we got a barn burner. It's only the bottom of the 3rd inning. Muscatine leads 5-4 over Urbandale.
And great news for Urbandale. Bree Tigges, shortstop, is able to come back in the game, so she is out there senior leader in the infield.
And the pitcher Skylar Peterson will step up to bat here. Reached on an error. It was a double error, if you will. Got all the way to second on an errant throw to first. See if the scoring continues. Schumann still in the circle here for Urbandale. And, for Schumann, you go back to the dugout. How do you reset after an inning like that last one?
I mean, in ways, you almost just start over. Look at your game plan, see what you're doing right, find what's working, and attack that strength.
1-0 pitch, and Peterson chops it low, and did she catch herself off the foul? I think she did. She's already got 2 knee braces on those knees. I think, she had to have caught herself on the foul. Skylar will walk back down the baseline here. She is the pitcher, so you want to see her stay healthy here. She'll take just a few minutes or a couple of moments to herself here.
Rare for a pitcher. See out there with 2 knee braces on playing. Typically, he might maybe, if her knees are hurting her, maybe just be the flex, just pitch, but she, both sides of the bat.
She rips that thing to right field, and Kane makes the grab for out number 1. She runs pretty well. I mean, looks pretty good, so. Boy, Kira Kane, got to think reborn. You know, I think she's obviously let that last inning get behind her, really needed that hit.
Sometimes all it takes is one hit to just settle yourself in.
Absolutely.
And for every player, it's something different. For some players, it might be a hit. For some players, it might be a great defensive play. Just having that moment to say, okay, I'm here, I'm ready to go.
Elsie Lewis, the first baseman, has sacrifice hit her last time up. She's in the box now. Schumann's pitch is low and outside for ball 1. Also a big inning for Schumann, to settle back in and tighten things up here on defense.
This game really feels like it's going to be a matter of which team can have a pitcher settle in. That's going to be the team that runs away with it, is which team can have a pitcher go a couple innings without giving up any runs and settle it in.
That one went right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike here for Schumann. She'll go right back to Lewis, and that one gets away, and it'll be 2 balls and 1 strike. So Lewis sets back into the box here so far this season for Lewis. 406 hitter for the Muskies. She awaits the 2-1 pitch. Grounds it right to the second baseman. Caught on the hop. Nicely played in time for out number 2.
And shot over there at second base. Does a nice job. Makes that look routine. And that is exactly what Urbandale is needing right now. Just a solid defensive inning.
Here comes your home run hitter, Aubrey Bender, the catcher. 2nd home run of the season. Her last time up. 2 outs, nobody on. And that one just misses for ball 1.
Like you said, just 2nd home run of the season, but you get to the state tournament, you never know who it's going to be.
It's amazing.
To step up to the plate and have that big play, have that big hit. It's so fun to watch.
And sometimes it just takes one, whether that be the same hitter that'll come back up and they'll just hit another one.
Right.
Or it's contagious. I mean, some players just kind of feel like, all right, I can do it. Just gives you a chance. 1 ball, 1 strike here for Bender. She'll set back in. Nobody on the base pass here for the Muskies in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Pitch by Schumann. Rise ball just misses. She's been trying that top corner quite a bit today.
Yeah, whether it's intentional or not, going right to that high outside corner is where she's been consistent.
Likes where it's at. 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs. A 5-4 lead for Muscatine here in the bottom of the 3rd. That one is slapped to left, and that is down up against the fence line. That should be a double. They'll try the throw to second. Tag is not in time, and it is a double for Aubrey Bender.
Aubrey Bender having herself a day at the plate. Only the 3rd inning. She's had a home run and a double so far.
A Channel Seeds extra base hit. All extra base hits in today's game are brought to you by Channel Seeds. The enhanced Channel Seed brand is here to help farmers like you up your game and rise to the challenge. Learn more at channel.com/rise. And an IMT insurance substitution in up on second base as Tegan Shuddy will run. You said it. I mean, Aubrey Bender, a home run, a double to start the day.
It's a way to start your appearance at the state tournament. It only takes 3 innings for a home run and a double.
Savannah Gutierrez, the designated player, will step into the box as we'll clean off home plate. 2 outs and a runner up on second, and 2 outs is really where Urbandale gave up a couple runs there in that first scoring output by the Muskies.
Really.
Schumann misses.
Yeah, both teams have been effective with 2 outs.
Yeah.
That's when the
Does
rally.
not phase them.
Yeah, that is when the rallies have been started so far in this game.
It seems like it's so common in softball. I mean, 2 outs just really brings out the best in teams, and then I swear you watch baseball, and it's like 2 outs is the most feared thing in the world. So 1-0. Schumann goes low again. It's 2-0.
Part of that, I mean, just with the shorter base pass, the faster pace of play, it's kind of one of those things where 2 outs isn't a death wish in softball. It's you just keep playing.
Runner in scoring position up on second base. 2-0 pitch. That one's there for Schumann. First strike on the board here in this at-bat. Up against Gutierrez. Grounded out her last time up. Four hits today already for the Muskies. Trying to go for number 5 here. With Gutierrez in the box. 2-1 pitch by Schumann. That one's up the middle, and it gets caught. And they'll throw home, but it's not in time. Didn't even attempt to throw, and just like that, the Muskies get on the board again. 6-4 is the score.
Once again, a 2-out clutch hit in this game. This time it's Savannah Gutierrez. She goes right back up the middle, ground ball. And you'll see in center field here, just unable to get a good grip on the ball to make the throw. Runner scores easily.
I'm going to be honest, I could not see that ball go out. I thought it was maybe stopped by the shortstop, because right where the path line was, I could not see it. But a hit back up the middle for Gutierrez, and Lily Gray, she singled last time up. She'll step up to bat with a runner on first. Schumann's in there for strike 1. I hope you like runs. And it's just such a drastic difference from our first game.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. So Muscatine averages 7 runs a game. Urbandale averages 5 runs a game. We're already at a 6-4 ball game.
That one up the middle. And they will tag the runner going to second base. One will be left on, but it's the Muskies who put up one more. 6-4. We'll see you in the 4th. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, an Iowa farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau. As proud title sponsor of the state softball tournament, the Iowa Farm Bureau is dedicated to creating a vibrant future for Iowa through partnerships and programs that help cultivate individuals with great character, a strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills. Making it to the state tournament is a great accomplishment that takes a lot of support. That's why we provide millions of dollars in awards, grants, and scholarships that recognize athletic and academic excellence. The well-being of Iowa students is also very important to Farm Bureau. That's why we provide concussion insurance coverage at no cost for all students in grades 9 through 12 who participate in a sanctioned sport. As just one of only 7 states to provide this coverage, it's just another way we're striving to support Iowa's outstanding young leaders. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau, congratulations to all the players and coaches on an outstanding season, and good luck in the tournament.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament. Fans' official state tournament merchandise is now available online. Time to get your smartphones out. Just scan the QR code on your screen now or visit IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. We're on the top of the 4th inning, where Muscatine leads Urbandale. 6-4 is your score. Whole lot of runs so far in this one. Arabella Page, designated player in the box here for Urbandale. She singled her first time up, and boy, it was a powerful single.
Yeah. It really, honestly, the game changer for Urbandale so far, just able to get the runs in that 2nd inning.
That one's fouled back into the net, gets behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Skylar Peterson still in the circle here for Muscatine. She's only given up 3 hits. She struck out a couple. Make it 4 strikeouts for her. That one misses, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
We said the same thing with Schumann in the circle last inning. Really is dependent on which pitcher now can settle things in, which pitcher can go a couple innings now without giving up any runs.
Skied up in the air, and underneath of it making the grab is Aubrey Bender for out number 1.
Great play there by Bender. That's a tough play to make when it's straight up. You have the bat you're dancing around, as well as trying to figure out the angle. So just build on the great day Aubrey Bender is having.
Well, the sun's kind of a little bit behind her, so didn't have to deal with that. The sun will come in, it'll come out. It's a bad day for sunglasses wearers. Ella Schott gives this thing a shot to center field, and the Muskies get underneath of it. Out for out number 2. That was Mia Molina coming over and making the grab.
Great communication out in the outfield between Molina and Hag in center. Molina showing some range out of right field.
Avery McKinney struck out in the first, walked in the third. Up to bat now. Muskie's looking for a quick half inning here. It's stopped by Bender here behind the dish for ball 1. And jump into 4A after this game concludes. As 5A will have wrapped up. That thing is sent to left field by McKinney, and that thing is up against the fence line. McKinney turns on it from first. She will safely get into second. It's a stand-up double for Avery McKinney.
Avery McKinney there. To be honest, off the bat, I thought that ball was going over. An absolute shot off her bat. Hits the lower part of the fence.
Yeah, just kind of worked out. A Channel Seeds extra base hit. I always try to judge it off the crowd, because if the crowd kind of starts to get out of the way, then I think, okay, it's maybe gone. But how about that? So runner up on second, Sarah Webster, a slap hitter now up to bat. And Urbandale has brought in the second baseman here. Jenny Jarrett has come all the way up to be right next to the pitcher. Third baseman's come in. 0-1, slap hit back again, and it's 0-2.
Every team plays a slap defense so different. We saw in the first game, Waukee Northwest brought in an extra infielder out from right field. You'll see Muscatine here plays a very shallow second base. She's going to go back a little bit now that the bunt's really out of play with an 0-2 count, but every team just plays it slightly different.
Absolutely. 0-2. Low and outside. It'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes here. Schuyler trying to get out of this half inning and send us to the bottom of the 4th to try to get that offense back out there. 1-2 pitch to Webster. Up the middle, and it's going to get it through. McKinney turns on it from third, and she is safe. It's an RBI single for Sarah Webster, the slap hitter. Pulls Urbandale in between one.
This game is crazy, and everything seems to be done with 2 outs. You get 2 outs in an inning, 2 quick outs. Urbandale says, not so fast. Goes back-to-back hits with the double, and then you'll see here the single right up the middle by Webster.
Just barely. Got away from the center fielder a little bit, gave McKinney just a little bit more time. Bella Oberbrockling in the box now.
And Oberbrockling, really good hitter for Urbandale. You have to think at some point this game she is due to make something happen.
She grounded out in the first, struck out in the third. Trying to get something going here again. That one sent to the gap to left field. That's going to go down against the Channel Seeds extra base sign. Runner turns on it from third. We are tied. RBI double for Bella Oberbrockling.
And that is exactly how you make something happen. Oberbrockling, you're not going to keep that bat quiet for very long. Times it up absolutely perfect. Drives it right at that Channel Seed sign.
Just an insane game. Another Channel Seeds extra base hit today. All extra base hits brought to you by Channel. And boy, I mean, just perfectly lined it up. And it was 3 hits coming into this half inning here for Urbandale, and now 6. They've already doubled that. And we're tied in the top of the 4th inning at 6. Tatum Johnson will be the one to bat here for the Jayhawks with a runner on second. Peterson, first pitch, upstairs and misses for ball 1. And you know, emotions are running high for Urbandale. Some teams, you know, they're like, well, it's easier to be a team that's been here a couple times. And obviously you think like that, but Sometimes it's the team that hasn't been here ever that, gets the juices flowing. Obviously been first time since 2017, so nobody on this team has been here, but just kind of one of those things.
And you just never know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think of both of our games so far today. As we mentioned, the first one, just a pitcher's duel, but the underdog just coming out fighting. And in this game, it's both teams, truly. Both teams, when they have the bats in their hands, they are in total control.
Tatum swings and fouls that one back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. But 2 outs and 2 strikes have not stopped Urbandale so far this half inning. Peterson trying to put him away. 1-2 pitch, skied upward. Is it playable? Bender, no, it's not. It fouls over the net.
This game almost has a feel of when Urbandale's up to bat, it feels like they're going to win.
Yeah.
When Muscatine's up to bat, it feels like they're going to win.
We are on track for a 15-14 game right now. That's kind of what it feels like.
Yeah.
I'll have to look through our stat book here. What is the highest scoring state tournament game? But 1 ball, 2 strikes for Tatum Johnson in the box. Johnson reaches low to go get it. Really good fight there. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
If we did an over-under on this game of how many runs are going to be scored.
Live betting right now would be on fire.
It's going to go 20. We're already at 12.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, we're moving.
I'm going to put my over-under at 20.
Runner up on second. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Peterson didn't like the possible pitch. Now she's confused here. 1-2 pitch by Peterson, and Johnson fouls back. Definitely not helping Peterson that the fouls keep coming in.
And Tatum Johnson really good at bat here. She's down in the count, but she's fouling off the right pitches here.
One-two pitch by Peterson. Johnson again fouls it back. Just not going away.
Just slightly underneath it right now. Needs to find that top half of the ball. Drive something right through the middle.
And if you're just tuning in, you'd probably think there's no way we've had a 3-up, 3-down inning. Well, we did. Urbandale in the first half, or the top of the first, did go 3-up, 3-down. 1-2 pitch. Johnson chops it. That's going to be a tough play. Throw to first. In time for out number 3, just barely. And it keeps the leading run off the board. But Urbandale puts up 2, and we're tied at 6. We'll see you in the bottom of the 4th. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Frank, when you think fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sun-kissed orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament, where a barn burner continues in the bottom of the 4th inning. Urbandale and Muscatine tied at 6 apiece. Allie Kappert, Blake Walker with you here this afternoon, and we said there would be points, we said there would be hits, and we got both of them. And a couple errors by Urbandale, but right now it hasn't seemed to matter.
12 runs so far. We're halfway through this game now, so 12 runs in the first half of this game. Both of these teams, it just feels like who's ever up at the plate truly has the momentum, and that's something you look at. Muscatine, the home team, such an advantage to be home team in a game like this.
Mia Molina, her 3rd time up, a ground out and a single for her day so far. Trying to keep this offensive juggernaut-type game rolling. That one's up the middle, and it is caught. Nice grab by the center fielder, Sarah Webster, out for out number 1.
That was a hard hit ball by Molina right back up the middle.
Caitlin Haig up to bat now, the center fielder. A pop out and a walk today for her. Boy, a 3-up, 3-down inning defensively by any team now is just kind of a win. Anytime it is a win, but in a game like this, it's like, wow. That's
I mean, the top of this inning, though, it was 2 fast outs, like 3 pitches, 2 outs.
And then 2 outs.
And then a lot of runs.
So if you like seeing scoring when there's not 2 outs, just hang around for the 2 outs, because that's where it's all come from. 1-0. That ball lobbed in there and works. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dallas Center Grimes, Carlisle folks starting to make their way into the field. Their game is next.
Talk about 2 teams familiar with the state tournament.
Woo. That's gonna be a fun one. 1-1. Low. 2 balls and 1 strike. And Urbandale, like I talked about, you know, they like to run. They've run a couple pitchers this year. Aubrey Schumann, who's obviously here, Jaden Abel, and Arabella Page, and Morgan Berry. I mean, they can all pitch. That one's grounded to the second baseman, throw on to first in time for out number 2, but they're sticking with Schumann, and she's got 2 quick outs there. And Isabel Lerma, who reached on a triple error after it dropped out of Kane's glove in right field. She'll step up to bat.
And Lerma has had a great game so far defensively as well. She's made 2 plays at shortstop that have been, I mean, honestly, just very, very tough plays to make, and she's made them look easy.
Lerma fouls that one into the Urbandale crowd. Both of her hits today she's reached on an error, if you will, so just finding the right places.
If you put the ball in play, things are going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless, especially in a game like this, things will happen if you put the ball in play hard.
6 hits for the Jayhawks, 5 for the Muskies. 0-1 pitch, dangerous 0-1 pitch, but it's low, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So that was a little bit higher. That thing just hung.
You have to be careful with that off speed. Sometimes if you get it too middle, some hitters can wait just long enough to do some damage.
Bottom of the 4th, knotted up at 6 apiece here in the Class 5A semifinals. The winner will take on either Pleasant Valley or Waukee. That is sent to right field. That will go foul. See if we can get an update for you on Waukee and Pleasant Valley here. Waukee leads PV 5-0. Holy smokes.
Wow.
That would be a stunner. Waukee upset Ankeny Centennial to get here, so I guess they're just upset-minded. 1-2 pitch by Schumann. Upstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And PV, I mean, a lot of people's favorite coming into the tournament, only had 3 losses.
I tell you what, though, so I actually watched that whole Ankeny Centennial versus Waukee game. Lily Struck for Waukee threw a 2-hitter against Centennial. One of those 2 hits was a bunt. It was incredible what she was able to do.
Lerma swings through, and it's a strikeout for Schumann. That's her first one of the ball game, and that will do it for the 4th. We'll see you in the 5th. 6-6 is your score.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Level up your game at Central College. More than half of Central students participate in intercollegiate athletics because Central allows you to pursue your passions and be more than a spectator. It's the best decision ever. Apply it today at central.edu. The Dutch down there in Pella.
And Pleasant Valley on the board now 5-3 in the sixth inning, a 3-run home run. So that game all of a sudden just got a lot closer.
And we've been notified 18 runs combined is the record here in Class 5A. And we already got 12, so keep your eye out for that. Bree Tigas, the shortstop, a single and a hit by pitch today. Let's see what she can do here up to bat here in the top of the fifth inning. And Skylar Peterson still in the circle. She'll throw a pitch on her first throw of the inning.
Both these pitchers, both Skylar Peterson and Schumann for Urbandale, have just kind of been riding the waves. They're not getting too rattled by all these runs. They're still just doing their job.
That one just misses. It'll be 1 ball and a 1 strike here. And you know, in some of these games, you'll see such high scoring to start, and then it just drops off.
Yep.
Drops off a cliff.
Yep. And that's what I said. Like, any pitcher that can get in here and just settle in the game. Once you settle in the game, it's typically in softball games, kind of that 4th, 5th, 6th innings can go by pretty fast.
That one was outside. It'll be 2 balls and 1 strike here. Up against Tigas. Tigas swings through and misses. It'll be 2-2. So taking a look, Justin just sent me the combined. The 5A game was 12-6, Johnston-Waukee. The record overall at the state is 29 runs.
Wow.
As that one's fouled down the right field line. That was Remsen St. Mary's defeating Martinsdale St. Mary's 18-11 in 2013. 18 is the same for 2A, 25 in 3A, and 20 in 4A. How about that? 2-2. Tigas up the middle. It drops. 7th hit of the ball game for the Jayhawks.
That is a prime example there. Outside pitch, just poke it. Just get your bat to the ball. Things will happen.
How about the day for Bree Tigas? Gotten on base all 3 at-bats. Hit by pitch and now 2 singles. And now Kira Kane steps up to bat. We know her big single brought in a couple runs. She's reached on an error and then also the single, obviously. No outs, lays the bunt. This is going to be a tough play. Throw back on to first in time for out number 1. But does advance the runner over to second base.
Very well executed sacrifice bunt there by Kira Kane. And on the flip side, Muscatine, that played that absolutely perfect. Easily could have been a bunt for a base hit with where she placed that.
Alexa Richmond, the third baseman. She is grounded into a fielder's choice and a strikeout today. First pitch is upstairs. Like you said, today's just been one of those days that you just don't know. You don't know what you're going to see here for each at-bat, each half inning. You might have 3 up, 3 down. You might not. That one gets away. 2 balls and no strikes. You might see Bree Tigas up on the screen. You can't see her, but she'll kind of throw her hand up. She's kind of giving signals what she sees.
You have to be careful with that. Some hitters, it can really help. Some hitters don't necessarily like that, especially if you're facing a pitcher who maybe isn't quite as consistent with their spots. So you have to be careful with where you're leading your hitter.
That one was foul tipped back, so Richmond sets back in with a 2-1 pitch by Peterson. That one is popped up in the air and fouled toward the Urbandale bleachers. Count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, with 1 out and a runner up on second. Two-two. Upstairs. Make it 3-2.
That one is a good example there. Tigas is showing outside, 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 and that was actually more of a rise ball, pretty middle. So you have to just be careful when you're doing that.
Full count, 3-2, and fouls it back.
That one she showed outside, and it came inside.
Yep. A couple long at-bats today. A lot of really good at-bats for the most part. 1 out, 1 on. 3-2. Slap down the left field line, but foul.
And over on the other field, an update over there, heading into the 7th inning, 5-3 Waukee leads.
PV's going to have to get on it.
PV with the heart of their order coming up. Two really good games going right now.
3-2 pitch by Peterson is upstairs. That's ball 4. And a walk for Alexa Richmond. Runners will go to first and second with 1 out, and up comes Arabella Page. One team that's got to be loving the scores right now is Valley, who snuck or just got past Prairie with ease. They'll have a good chance here as they'll face Ankeny, and then they'd love to see Waukee. I mean, it really could be an all-CIML Final Four.
Truly could be, which is crazy to think of. And when you look at it as well, I mean, Urbandale, a team that didn't necessarily shine in conference play this season. It just goes to show how good of a conference the CIML is.
Page up to bat, 1 ball and 1 strike here. 1-1 pitch to her. Catches the zone, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Page settles back in. Looking for a big hit here. Grounded back up the middle, gets off the pitcher. Page will get to first base as the second baseman just cannot get it. And Arabella Page just laughs as she gets onto first base.
I tell you what, sometimes all you can do is laugh. I mean, it's one of those things that a little bit of luck and a little bit of talent go a long way, and that was a true example of that. Off the pitcher's glove. I mean, look at this ground ball. Off the pitcher's glove.
Second baseman has to adjust, and just Jarrett can't get it.
Yep. That's the way the game of softball goes down sometimes.
Riley Pruitt will come on and run for Page, and Coach Hopkins will have a chat here in the circle. 8 hits today for Urbandale. And Ella Schott, who has popped out twice today, will step up to bat, but still just 1 out.
Just 1 out, and on deck, you have to remember Avery McKinney, her last at bat, hit a shot out to left field, the double. So some dangerous bats coming up here for Urbandale. You have 9-1-2 coming here.
And we're still in the top of the 5th. This feels like, bottom 6, top 7, but nope, still on the top of the 5th. Hits galore, runs galore.
And a chance here for Urbandale to take a lead now for the first time since early in the game.
Trailed 6-4 there a little bit. Jumped out 2-0, got behind 5-2. Just kind of gone back and forth. First pitch to Schott, swings hard right through it, strike 1.
I love the aggressiveness there. I mean, you're 0-0 count. Take a cut. You have no strikes. Why not try it? Great pitch, though, by Peterson going up in the zone.
0-1, bunt is laid, and it'll bounce back to the fence.
And now Peterson ahead, 0-2 in the count.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Bases are juiced for the Jayhawks. First trip here to the state tournament since 2017. That one gets away from the catcher, lands right here in front of us, and 1 will score. And it's 7-6, Urbandale. If that wasn't the worst spot for a ball to drop, I don't know what is.
No kidding. That ball actually, you can't really see it on camera. It went right, probably 2 feet in front of our face.
It tucked behind the seating. So if you see me back here, hello, it tucked behind the wall here. So she had to go over. Bender had to grab it. And I think that's what Coach Hopkins was saying, because Bender kind of put her arms up. She's like, is that playable? Like what?
I mean, regardless, though, if the ball goes out of play, the runners are going to advance.
Yes.
So, I mean, regardless, the run scores. But you're exactly correct. That ball actually got caught behind a wall.
Yeah, so, I mean, just a tough spot to be in, but. So, we will have a runner on second and third now. The lead is 7-6 for Urbandale. We're going to have a number 6 come run out. And I don't have a number 6 on my roster.
That is going to be Maddie Reed.
Maddie Reed.
The 8th grader.
Oh, it's right there. Yep.
Yep.
Maddie making just her 4th appearance on the season when it comes to base running. 1-2 pitch to shot. And hard whack. Fouls it back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Coach Salman doing coach in there on the third base line, trying to keep up with her hitter. 1-2 is the count.
Really good
2-2.
pitch. Love that pitch selection there by Skylar Peterson. Just out of the zone. Honestly, though, that's exactly where you want it. You're not going for something right down the middle. You are going for something trying to get a hitter to chase.
Count is even 2-2, and
just like that.
Shot fires through it, and it's a strikeout. And it brings up Avery McKinney, who has a strikeout, a walk, and a double today for the Jayhawks, and she would love to clear the base paths. What a game this has been so far today. 7-6 is your score. McKinney pops it up, and it drops. Miscommunication by Pearson and Jarrett, and 1 run scores. 8-6, Jayhawks lead.
Wow. And that is a situation. No infielder touched the ball there. That is technically a hit in the infield. That is an infield hit for McKinney.
I think Peterson just thought Jarrett had her back, and Jarrett was just late coming in on a break. And Urbandale leads 8-6. And Bella Oberbrockling, who singled last time up, is up to bat. That one's outside, and the runner will take off to second and steal easily.
McKinney first and second now. And Sarah Webster, a single in her last at bat. Has a potential.
Sarah Webster, excuse me.
Yeah.
Webster watches that one go outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, ground out, a sack bunt, a single for Sarah Webster.
Pretty good game so far for her.
She's got runners on second and third. And tries to slap hit, swings right through it. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And when Peterson goes to that rise ball, that is her dominant pitch. That is the pitch she's going to get hitters to chase on. That is the pitch that she has found success with.
14 runs combined here today. 1-2 pitch. Just misses on the outside corner, and it evens it back up at 2-2. Two outs. This is where all the runs have come in. 2-2 pitch. That one is set to right field. That's going to get down for a hit. 1 run is in. Play at the plate. Tag not in time. And a double. Urbandale extends the lead to 10-6 over Muscatine.
Sarah Webster just clutch hitting. You can hear this Urbandale crowd going absolutely wild, rightfully so. She pulls that right down the right field line. You'll see it here. Show slap, runs right through it.
Boy, and it's a good throw by the right fielder for Muscatine, but the tag just late. And Bella Oberbrockling steps up to bat with a runner on second. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs here for Oberbrockling. And she sends that one to right field. Right fielder gets underneath of it, looks up into the sun, and makes the grab for out number 3. But boy, oh boy, Urbandale puts up 4. And we're headed to the bottom of the 5th, 10-6. We'll be right back.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament. The Urbandale crowd out in full force. First time here at the state tournament since 2017, and they're going to score a lot to make up for the 7 years that they weren't here. 10 runs in the bottom of the 5th here as we go to the bottom of the 5th, and they lead over the 3-seed Muscatine Muskies. What about this one so far?
I tell you what, both crowds have had their moments to cheer for in this game. It's been so back and forth, and now we have Muscatine's opportunity here, see if they can get a couple of runs back. Right now it feels like momentum is fully on Urbandale's side.
Winner of this game will play the winner of Waukee and Pleasant Valley. That one's in the 7th inning last time we checked. Aubrey Schumann in the circle here. First pitch she throws is low for ball 1. Lucy Hogue, the third baseman. She's popped out both times today. She'll step into the box here. 1-0 pitch by Schumann. That one is sent out to right field and foul. Counts even at 1-1. What a day it has been so far. 4A is up next. Carlisle, Dallas, Center Grimes over on the other field. This field will have North Scott and Norwalk. Should be a good one. 1 ball, 1 strike here for Schumann. That one's popped up in the infield. First baseman underneath of it and making the grab for out number 1 is Bella Oberbrockling.
And something to pay attention to here, when Schumann released that ball, she actually landed in a hole in the pitcher's circle and rolled her ankle. She actually fell down. So something to pay attention to there. You can see her nursing that ankle just a little bit. So that might be something that they might want to check on here just a second, just to make sure she's okay.
I think that's what Coach Salman, well, she thought about coming out and saying something, but I mean, can you ask the umpire? I'm sure you can just ask and be like, hey, can we rework that or something,
So a lot of times if coach comes out, athletic trainer comes out, you can ask maybe can she throw a pitch, make sure she's okay. It appears that she's gonna run with it, so.
That one slapped, just gets past the third baseman. Throw on to first, though, is still in time for out number 2. Really nice play by Bree Tigas, I believe, over there. Or actually, it might be
Alexa Richmond.
Yep, Alexa Richmond over there.
Yeah, Alexa Richmond, great job there. Came up just a little bit too early on the initial play, but sticks with it, stays low, able to make the 5-3 play across the diamond.
Elsie Lewis up to bat now for the Muskies. Urbandale was able to get 3 up, 3 down last half inning, trying to do it again here and send us to the 6th. Trying to quiet this Muskie offense down. Lewis, a sacrifice hit and a ground out today. 0-1 pitch. Got in there, 0-2.
Really good pitch there by Schumann. Paints the top half of the zone, mixes in with the off speed.
Time just slows down on those type
it really
of pitches.
Does.
Like everybody staring at it and watches it catch the corner. No balls, 2 strikes to Lewis. They try to get her chasing on the outside corner. She's not going to go. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Two outs, nobody on here for Muscatine. We've seen all the runs come with 2 outs here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lewis, this is going to be a tough play. Chopped, throw on to first. Backhand throw is in time. Out for out number 3. Nicely done by the infield defense by the Jayhawks. We are headed to the 6th. 10-6. Urbandale leads over Muscatine.
you.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Welcome back to Fort Dodge, Iowa. Here for the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament. The 6th seed Urbandale on top of 3-seeded Muscatine. 10-6 is your score. The record for runs combined in a 5A game is 18. Allie, we are currently sitting at 16.
You have to think we're going to get there.
We're going to get close. I truly do think.
Yeah, Muscatine, though, bats have kind of gone cold these last 2 innings, back-to-back 3 up, 3 down innings. But it's, I tell you what, this Urbandale offense right now is red hot.
Tatum Johnson up to bat. A strikeout, a walk, and a ground out so far today. She'll send that one back up the middle, and it'll be caught in the outfield for out number 1. Now, Allie, that continues our trend. We, in this game, who cares about out 1 and out
exactly.
number 2?
And that's a hard hit ball right there for Tatum Johnson. Hard hit ball, but very well played out in center field by Haig for Muscatine.
Bree Tigas, she's been on fire today. 2 singles and a hit by pitch. See if she can continue. Good pitch by Skylar, but just misses. 1 ball and no strikes. Ten hits, 10 runs for Urbandale. Those 3 errors looked real costly there in the beginning, but have kind of, obviously scoring helps you out, so they're not too mad about that.
And Tigas there just with a huge swing. No strikes, she was attacking.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. That one gets away from the catcher for ball 2. Tigas will stay patient. Might wake up with some sore fingers, sore knuckles after that hit by pitch earlier.
Those hurt.
3-1 outside.
And a good at bat here by Tigas. She's really had herself a great day at the plate.
3-1 is the count. 1 out and nobody on here for the Jayhawks. Top 6. That one chopped down the right field line, foul. First base coach for Urbandale trying to get fancy there, going after it with the leg.
And an update on the Waukee Pleasant Valley game. That game is headed to extra innings.
Unbelievable. PV said not yet.
PV scored 5 runs in the last 2 innings.
It's a tough one
to
for
tie
Waukee.
it up.
3-2. Tigas almost got hit again, but she'll take the base. She is on base now 4 for 4 today, and that will bring up Kira Kane, the right fielder. Reached on an error, a single, and a sac bunt so far today.
We talk about the momentum shifts in this game. Huge momentum booster for Muscatine was an error out in right field by Kane, but I tell you what, she came back up the next inning, bases loaded for herself, and was a huge difference maker for her own team.
And in this moment, with the score the way it is, you kind of forget about it, and you've just moved on, and like you said, she's come up big once again. 0-1 pitch to Kane, just missing outside.
Softball, and really any sport in general, it's how can you come back?
Yeah.
And that's what we love about sports. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
We love it. We played sports, and it's one of those things. It's you're gonna have some down moments, but it's all about how you can come back from those moments.
1 ball, 1 strike, and Skylar misses outside. 2-1 is the count. And for Muscatine, Skylar Peterson's really it for the most part. Jenny Jarrett has pitched a little bit. She started 9 games this year, a 6-3 record, a 3.78 ERA.
It's very evident here they're sticking with Skylar
Yeah.
Peterson. It's very, very evident. She is their ace, and she is the one that they are going with.
All right, so it's 3 balls and 1 strike here. Runner on first. That one's in there, and the count will run full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Alexa Richmond is on deck here for the Jayhawks. 3-2, Kane. That's going opposite field, and it drops. Runners will be on first and second with just one out. You couldn't ask for a better placed ball than what that was right there.
You just kind of find the Bermuda Triangle over there and get that ball to drop, and now only one out, 2 runners on for Alexa Richmond.
The 11th hit of the day for Urbandale. And this is a team that averages only 6 runs per game. I mean, it's just kind of been one of those days where they've really just found everything. And Alexa Richmond will step up to bat here with a chance to extend the lead. And against Muscatine, you could use every run you can get.
Yeah, you keep taking the runs. Any run you can get. This Muscatine offense is capable of so much. I mean, we've seen them throughout this season put up some huge numbers against some teams. So you take all of the runs that you can get when you're playing them.
No balls, 1 strike. This one's popped up. This is what Muscatine needs. Calling everybody off, and the catch is made. Nice play by Elsie Lewis, out for out number 2.
We're going to have a different hitter here for Urbandale instead of Arabella Page. Is going to be Riley Pruitt. Or excuse me. Yeah, I believe that's Riley Pruitt.
Yes. So Pruitt goes a bunt. That gets past everybody. They get the runner maybe at third. She'll try to go home, and she is out for out number 3. Some aggressive base running by Urbandale, but nonetheless, they'll take their lead still as it is. 10-6. We're headed bottom 6. Urbandale leads. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament. Bottom 6 we go. Urbandale leads Muscatine. 10-6 is your score. The 6 seed over the 3 seed right now. Urbandale hasn't been here in 7 years. 2017 was the last time they've been here in Fort Dodge. And they'd love to stay here for a couple extra days. No matter what, you're here for a couple extra days. But they'd love to be playing for something here.
Tell you what, though, Muscatine right now, yeah, you're down 4 runs, but there is no better person at the plate right now than Aubrey Bender. Home run and a double on the day. She's really been the spark plug thus far for this offense.
Really need it if you're Muscatine. First pitch by Schumann is low in the dirt for ball 1. 12 hits today for the Jayhawks, 5 for the Muskies. And the way it started out, it was 5-2, Muscatine on top, so Schumann, 1-0 pitch. That's a good one, right down the middle, 1 ball and 1 strike.
And Schumann here knows she needs to be careful with Bender at the plate, but also doesn't want to be too careful. Still attack the plate, stick with your own game plan, and let your defense work.
10-6 lead for the Jayhawks. 1-1 pitch by Schumann. And again, Allie, she slipped in that circle a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's trying to fill it in, but
yeah, pitcher circle's pretty dry right now, so that's something. If a hole gets started there for the pitchers, it's tough. And you think about it, so 2 different pitchers, they might have different plant spots. Sometimes what can happen if their plant spots are close to each other, and you misstep just a little bit, you might be stepping in a different hole in your pitch. Super random, but it happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Schumann sits behind here, 3 balls and 1 strike. Up against Aubrey Bender, the catcher. Bender trying to get on base here like she's done today so far. 3-1 pitch, that's popped up, exactly what she needs. Second baseman drops it in the sun. And Bender is on with an error.
And earlier this game, it was errors by Urbandale that got the momentum going for Muscatine.
Savannah Gutierrez will come out and hit next as number 5 will come out and run for Muscatine. I have number 5 as, well, it's not Tegan. It is Sadie Manjoin. So Manjoin will go up on first base with no outs. And Gutierrez in the box here. She singled last time up. She fouls that one into the net. A ground out and a single today.
This game is by no means over for either team. I mean, what we saw earlier in this game, like I said, it was a couple of errors that got things started for Muscatine, and they just capitalized. They're looking to do the same here in the bottom of the 6th.
No outs and a runner on first. Gutierrez watches that one go just inside for a ball. 1-1 is the count. What's our update over on?
Still 5-5. We are top of the 8th. 2 runners on for Waukee. 2 outs. Waukee able to score.
1-1. Outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Justin's ahead of us. We have the stream on Allie's phone. He's just ahead of us.
These headphones on, you can't hear the crowd noise, but
Yeah.
I imagine the crowds over there
goodness.
are going absolutely insane, as they are on this field as well.
Schumann, 2-1 pitch to Gutierrez. Rise ball's upstairs, and it's 3-1.
And Schumann here just needs to find a way to dial it back in. Attack at the zone. Your team has a 4-run lead, but, I mean, both of these offenses in this game, Muscatine especially, has the ability to put up a lot of runs.
She goes back to the rosin bag in the circle. It'll be 3-1 on the way. Bunt shown. Strike 2, and the count will run full. We got Manjoin over there on first. She was wanting to take off if she had a chance. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes here for Schumann. On the way to Gutierrez. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
A huge bounce back there for Schumann, able to paint the outside corner, get the strike out swinging. Big first out for Urbandale.
Lily Gray, a single and a ground out so far this afternoon. She'll still have a runner on first. Again, 1 out, 2 out. It has not mattered today for both these two teams. Gray gives it a ride to left field, and it is caught. Great roam and grab by McKinney out there in left field for out number 2.
That is a tough play to make as a left fielder. You're going full speed into the line. Ton of foul territory to cover on these fields.
I see Waukee said, not so fast. It is 7-5. Waukee leads over PV. And they've been doing it with 2 outs. Mia Molina, the right fielder, up to bat. A ground out, a single, and a pop out today for her.
And Muscatine here, bottom of the 6th inning, you'd really like to get at least 2 of these runs back right here.
Make it, quote-unquote, easier for the 7th.
Yeah.
Molina watches that one go right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike.
A 2-run deficit's a lot less daunting than a 4-run deficit heading into the final inning of a game. So, like I said, big opportunity here for Molina.
Molina settles back in. Name on the back of the helmet and all. 1 ball and 1 strike here for Schumann. Trying to get out of this half inning. 1-1 pitch. Upstairs on the rise ball, 1 ball or 2 balls and 1 strike. Two outs and a runner on first for the Muskies. Schumann in the circle, 2-1 pitch on the way, and again misses upstairs, and it's 3-1. She's already fought back once from it. Schumann, like we talked about, not a big strikeout getter. She's only got 2 strikeouts today, but just kind of
doing the little things right.
In,
yeah. And you just have to stay competitive.
3-1. That one's down the left field line. That ball is fair. And Muscatine will just stay 1. So runners will be at first and second. Really nice piece of hitting there by Mia Molina.
That was an absolute rocket off of Molina's bat. Bounced right over third base. Smart base running, though. Stay first and second on that one. You'll see here the lefty going opposite field.
Really nicely done. I mean, just towed the line. And Caitlin Haig, the center fielder, a pop out, a walk, and a ground out with runners on first and second. Trying to close that gap just a little bit more before they get to the 7th. That's a great pitch as Haig swings through it.
Caitlin Haig with 4 doubles on the year would be a huge time for one of those.
Schumann's 0-1 pitch. Low, 1 ball and 1 strike. So Urbandale with 12 hits. I see Waukee has 13 hits up against PV.
No shortage of hits today.
No. And after our first game, people might have thought it was impossible. But you're just seeing 2 sides of how softball is played here this afternoon. 1-1 pitch. That is sent to right, and Kane makes the grab. Diving play, and it'll strand runners on first and second. We will go to the bottom of the 6th. Urbandale, or top of the 7th, excuse me. Urbandale leads Muscatine. 10-6 is your score. Watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, an Iowa farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau. As proud title sponsor of the state softball tournament, the Iowa Farm Bureau is dedicated to creating a vibrant future for Iowa through partnerships and programs that help cultivate individuals with great character, a strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills. Making it to the state tournament is a great accomplishment that takes a lot of support. That's why we provide millions of dollars in awards, grants, and scholarships that recognize athletic and academic excellence. The well-being of Iowa students is also very important to Farm Bureau. That's why we provide concussion insurance coverage at no cost for all students in grades 9 through 12 who participate in a sanctioned sport. As just one of only 7 states to provide this coverage, it's just another way we're striving to support Iowa's outstanding young leaders. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau, congratulations to all the players and coaches on an outstanding season, and good luck in the tournament.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament. Take a look at the replay here. A heads-up play. Kira Kane dropped one in right field earlier today. She's come back big at the plate, and how about this grab?
That is a comeback play. I tell you what, if Kira Kane goes back and watches this broadcast, she's going to be like, guys, stop talking about how I dropped the ball earlier in the game. But I tell you what, she has done a phenomenal job bouncing back. And we're going to have a short pause here.
What are we talking about? We got a water break. So, short pause will be going here. Break for the umpires. Our main home plate umpire. A little bit of a cool down. Needs a little bit of a cool down.
And Muscatine defense actually has left the field. They have gone into their dugout.
So, I mean, let's talk about this in terms of, a rare break here in the 7th. Muscatine be on defense here. Urbandale, 10-6. How do you keep the pressure up? And you tell your coaching staff, Coach Solomon, we can't just let up. I mean, you'd love to score more. How do you try to keep that up?
There's things in the game softball things and sports in general, there's controllables and uncontrollables. These are things that obviously it's a time to stay quiet. There's no cheering on the field right now, anything like that. But when they are able to come back and play, it's going to be one of those things, keeping the momentum on your side, getting back loud again, getting re-engaged with the game. And it's kind of a sneaky hot today. It's kind of the best way to put it. We don't have a breeze here. It is a bit muggy, so it is one of those things. So making sure players and umpires alike are staying hydrated and staying prepared for the game.
Jerry Bohe is our home plate umpire. He's getting some water and some ice over here by the dugout side, and just getting some much-needed rest here, getting ready for this final inning of play. And you're crouching all game, just trying to keep up with it. Yeah,
it's tough. I tell you, what would it have been? My senior year of high school, we were playing in the state tournament here up in Fort Dodge. It was so hot. It was that we had a couple players go down because of heat stuff, some umpires. So it's a tough week of the year when you're playing in the state of Iowa.
We got photo opportunities here for Urbandale players, just trying to stay loose. Take a look at the outfield out there. We got so much. We got ice machines. We got ice trucks where you can get slushies. All the sponsors out there, out in the outfield. It's a phenomenal time here at the state softball tournament. If you have never been here, I think it is one of the top ones to go to, both volleyball, basketball, and whatnot. I see a donut truck out there. I should probably stay away from that.
Update here. So we have bottom of the 8th over on the other field. Waukee is up 7-5. There's one out. Pleasant Valley has runners on first and second.
There we go.
So winning run at the plate for Pleasant Valley.
I could do the Kevin Harlan thing when the Patriots were playing and the Chiefs were playing at home, that we just call the other game.
And this 5A field, there's really not one clear front runner this year.
No.
And that's kind of the neat thing. We talk about all the teams out of the CIML, but Pleasant Valley and Muscatine, both out of eastern Iowa, are two teams that are forces that can be reckoned with.
Now we have the umpire crew for the next game coming over. But they'll continue to give a little bit of rest here to the home plate umpire here for this side of the field. And he's bringing out his book, so it's a good chance we might be seeing a new home plate umpire here. What does that change bring?
It's interesting. I've been in games where that has happened, and it's the first and foremost, you just wish the umpire best, and you just wish him well.
He's in good spirits.
Yeah.
I will say that. Jerry is in good spirits. He's sitting over here. He's got ice on the back of his neck, and he's just been drinking water. I think he's just quite hot. So he's got good spirits, but he's just they're going to walk him off the field, and we'll hope the best for him. But we will be bringing in a new home plate umpire here for the 7th inning. I've never seen that, but
yeah, it happens, and it's so obviously the biggest adjustment is as a pitcher. You've played 6 innings now with one umpire. You're very used to their zone and what they've been calling. So new umpire coming in brings a whole different dynamic to the game.
Well, and how does this new home plate? We don't have his name, but how does this new home plate umpire come in? And it's kind of how. Does he really need to know the whole situation, or
right.
he just, does he just come in?
As an umpire, luckily it's the beginning of an inning.
Yeah.
So there's no runners on base. It's a 0-0 count. Update, it's now 7-6 over on the other field.
Now, I will say Stan Wisniewski is supposed to be the home plate umpire for the next game. So that's what I'm thinking. This is Stan Wisniewski, obviously not entirely sure. But like you said, PV is not going away. Allie will keep us updated on that. 1-0 pitch here. That one's upstairs. This is Lucy Hogue up to bat. Actually, no, this might be, I'm not sure. I'm not sure who's up.
This is Ella Schott.
Ella Schott. Sorry, I was looking at Muscatine.
Nope, you're good. This is Ella Schott.
That one's in there, 2 balls and 1 strike. Ella has popped out twice and struck out today.
And I know we're announcing the Muscatine-Urbandale game, but an update on the other field. I know Muscatine fans are interested in how PV's doing. Urbandale's interested in how Waukee's doing. It is a 7-7 ball game.
And runners will be on second and third with 2 outs.
Runners on second and third with 2 outs.
Looks like a sacrifice. 3-1, make it 4-1. And Schott will take her base. And back to the top of the batting order for the dangerous Avery McKinney. A strikeout, walk, double, single. A lot of at-bats today. I think we only had maybe a couple girls hit 4 at-bats in our first game.
Yeah, 5th at-bat here for McKinney. Nice
bunt.
bunt.
Is laid, but she touched it. And that's an out. Boy, that's a tough break. It's a bunt so good, you hit it. And by hit it, I mean her body hit it.
Yeah. Really well-placed bunt, and to be honest, would have been a base hit, but just one of those unfortunate plays for Urbandale. Muscatine catches a break there, 1 out with a runner at first.
Take a look at the replay. Boom.
Yep.
I mean, just barely caught it. Good call by the home plate umpire there. Heads-up play there. So 1 on. That one's in there for strike 1.
So you asked about a new umpire coming in. Clearly, he's been ready.
He's locked in. He's ready.
He was ready for the call.
He ate this morning whatever the Ankeny softball team did. He is locked in. 0-1. Low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sarah Webster. Ground out, sack, bunt, single, double. So she's starting to figure things out here. Trying to get some assurance here. 1 ball and 1 strike. Slap hit. Not enough. 1 ball and 2 strikes as it goes through.
And Webster's last at bat was the RBI single up the right side.
Next game slated for a 3 o'clock start. I can tell you right now that won't be happening. That one's grounded to the first baseman, gets away from her, and everybody's safe. Boy, just tough bounces. Second error, official error on the day for Muscatine.
It's crazy to think with how much rain we've had in northwest Iowa throughout this year that these fields are actually a little bit dry. So these fields are a little bit dry. These infielders have seen some crazy hops so far. So just important to stay down on the ball, making sure that you're able to finish the play.
Absolutely. 1 out, runners on first and second. Oberbrockling pops it high in the air. Skylar Peterson, gets underneath of it, and out for out number 2.
And one final update from the game over on the other field. Pleasant Valley has won it 8-7.
Wow, walk-off run for PV as they survive. So the 1 and 2 seeds get away unscathed. Even count 1-1 to Johnson. Johnson just early. That's roaming over, and the catch is made. Nice play by the shortstop, and we are headed to the bottom of the 7th. 2 left on. 10-6. Urbandale leads. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament. Urbandale on top of Muscatine. 10-6 is your score. Blake Walker, Allie Capper with you here to try to finish this one off. Bottom 7 we go. Does Muscatine have enough in the tank to try to take down Urbandale here, or will the Jayhawks have a big upset here to start the tournament?
I'd tell you what, a 4-run lead is, some would say a comfortable lead, but I don't think any lead in this game is comfortable. With
Absolutely.
The offenses of both of these teams. Muscatine starting off with Isabel Lerma, who's been a really, really solid player this game. Struck out her last at bat, but hits the ball hard. So this game is far from over.
A single thanks to an error, a triple thanks to an error, and then a strikeout. First time up since the 4th inning. It has been 3 up, 3 down, almost for the most part for the last couple at bats or last couple half innings for the Muskies. Doing all they can here to try to come back and tie or win this one. And Aubrey Schumann has a strike down the middle to start the bottom of the 7th. Schumann back, settles into the circle. 0-1 pitch on the way. That one just misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, the conclusion of this one going to be a little delayed for North Scott and Norwalk, as this one's gone a little long. This much scoring, you expect as such.
Yeah.
1-1. That one grounded. Caught on the hop. Throw to first. In time
Good
for
recovery.
out number 1.
Well played by Tigas. Didn't necessarily have her plant foot set on that throw over. Able to make the play to get the big out, Isabel Lerma.
Lucy Hoig. 2 pop outs today for her. Trying to settle in. 1 out and nobody on. Sends that one to right. Kane makes the grab for out number 2.
Kane has been busy out there today.
Yes. Just meant to be. And Elsie Lewis, take a look at the replay of Kane. Just another great grab.
All of them. Glove side just a little bit short. We've seen that exact same hit probably 4 times today.
And really, her error was the easiest catch she probably would have had. She's made such good catches. Elsie Lewis, last line of defense for the Muskies, and she goes out in front of that one and swings for it. Or excuse me, number 21, Skylar Peterson. The pitcher goes out and swings for it. Urbandale hadn't been to the state tournament since 2017. It's been 7 years in the making for these girls. That one misses upstairs, 1 ball and 1 strike. But they're trying to finish things off as Allie swats away flies and I swat away flies. It's terrible back here. Jayhawks trying to finish it off. 1-1. Set to right field. Kane. Couldn't get there.
Just on the other side of the tarp out there.
Just dropped on the mat, or on the tarp, like you said. I couldn't see over there. I thought, that'd be fitting.
It was, that ball literally, there is probably a 3-inch gap between the tarp and the fence, and it found the gap.
Muscatine is down to their last strike. Skylar Peterson will set back into the box. Reached on a double with an error, a pop out, and a ground out. Urbandale crowd starting to get loud. 1-2 pitch by Aubrey Schumann. Upstairs, and it's 2-2. Schumann going to settle back in. A huge at-bat here with 2 outs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one is low.
I like the pitch selection there, going to low outside, misses the spot just a little bit. But full count now. Skylar Peterson looking to get herself on base to keep this thing going.
Schumann nodding, I'm calm, I'm ready. 3 balls, 2 strikes here. Full count to Skylar Peterson with 2 outs and nobody on. The pitch on the way. Chop short, picked up, throw to first. Too high. Skylar Peterson will stay safe. That was going to be a really tough play. She had to get around Peterson on the throw.
Very tough play to make.
5th error of the ball game for Urbandale. And if they advance on to the 2nd round, that's going to be the stat you got to circle and be like, all right, we got to clean those up a little bit.
Yeah. 100%. It's one of those things, 5 errors in a game is too many at this state tournament.
Yes.
Fortunately, their offense has just been able to keep bouncing back, which has been extremely important. But if they are the team to move on here, need to clean that up for the game against Pleasant Valley.
Muskies aren't done yet. What have we said all game? 2 outs is the difference. Elsie Lewis up to bat. That one catches the corner, strike 1.
We do have a courtesy runner in for Peterson at first base.
Tegan Shuddy is running on first. 0-1 pitch by Schumann. On the corner again. No balls and 2 strikes. Six hits today for the Muskies. Gonna need a couple more here, trailing by 4. Backs up against the wall, 1 strike remaining. Schumann, 0-2 pitch, upstairs, ball 1.
And a good chase pitch there going up in the zone. Really good job, though, by Lewis. Hold off. Live to see another pitch.
One ball, 2 strikes. On the way to Lewis. Sent on the line to right field. That's going to get down. And the runners will sit at first and second. Good stop by Kane out there.
Yeah, and that right there, though, is the hit that Elsie Lewis has been looking for. She's hit to the right side the entire game.
And look out, because Aubrey Bender is up to bat. A home run, a double, and a reach on a single. She's not the tying run, but she can get it within 1 here. Schumann pitches low. And the count is 1-0. Again, if you're tuning in for North Scott and Norwalk, that game will be delayed, as this one has gone long here on the Iowa Central field. One-0 pitch. Becker gives it a ride, right center. That is gone!
Aubrey Bender, her second home run of the game, has put Muscatine back in it. 19 runs this game. We have a 10-9 ball game.
And welcome to history. It's the highest scoring 5A softball state game. How about that? 19 runs combined. Take a look at the replay.
What a game for Aubrey Bender, going right center field. That one was a no-doubter off the bat.
Savannah Gutierrez will be up to bat next, as Coach Amber Salman will talk to her team in the circle. 20 hits combined, 19 runs. That is your new record for Class 5A in combined runs. How about that? No surprise.
Well, I do have to say my over-under was 20, so.
Whoa. Hang on. Savannah Gutierrez now up to bat with 2 outs. Schumann goes upstairs for ball 1. It's always 2 outs. We should have known. Down to their last strike, 2 outs, back up against the wall. It's not done yet. That's it for Bender. She'll finish 3 of 4 today. 1-0 pitch. That one caught by the shortstop. Throw on to first in time. Rock Chalk Jayhawk. The U of Urbandale is moving on to the state semifinals in Class 5A.
What a game.
10-9 is your final score. Scores, runs, hits galore. And the Jayhawks, first time here since 2017, take a sigh of relief. They hang on in a thriller, 10-9 over the Muskies. What a game.
I tell you what, 5A softball this morning into early afternoon has brought some excitement to Fort Dodge. This game, a 10-9 ball game, an absolute battle at the plate. As I mentioned, the entire game, it felt like the team at the plate was going to be the team who was going to win this game, and it was Urbandale. First time at state since 2017, they get the win. Congrats to the Jayhawks.
7 years in the making. Let's go upstairs to the PA announcer.
Jayhawk fans, your team advances to the Class 5A semifinal game. They will face Quarterfinal on Wednesday at 12:15.
So Urbandale who sat around 500 most of the season, comes in as the 6th seed and upsets 3-seeded Muscatine 10-9. Won the ball game in 7 innings. Urbandale will move to 23-18 on the season. Muscatine will go to the consolation and drop to 27-11. That will do it for us. We'll be back in just a little bit for Norwalk and North Scott. For Justin, our producer, she's Allie Cappert. I am Blake Walker. Thank you for watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by